Hello, my name is Alan, and without question, the number one reason most business owners are still struggling to build the life they dream about is because they don't understand their numbers. At Pentins, it's our mission to solve this problem. In this video, I'm going to deconstruct part of the Achieve methodology that also features in my best-selling book. I'll show you how to get a copy of this shortly. This methodology is a result of the lessons learned from working closely with hundreds of entrepreneurs over the last 25 years. I've seen the mistakes business owners make, and using my background as an accountant and business advisor, I have cracked the code on how to avoid them. It's a system, it's a formula, and it works. The three big issues I'll focus on are a lack of time. The business owner gets sucked into the noise of the business, gets distracted by too many mission critical things, and stops thinking strategically. I'm going to be talking about cash flow. There are 3 or 4 little things that most business owners don't do, which causes the business to consume all the cash, meaning there is never enough cash. I will show you how to fix that. And also stability and predictability. There are a tiny fraction of businesses that can predict their numbers in the next 3 months to within a few percentage points. It's very rare. But if you could do that, imagine the confidence, imagine the certainty in making important decisions that would give you. Now, this methodology that I will be going into has helped a lot of businesses, and to give you a flavour of what I mean by that, one business that was stuck on 30k profits per year for many years came to us for help, and we managed to turn that 30k into £900,000 profit per year. It took 24 months using the Achieve methodology. Just last month, it helped a business exit for a price equivalent to 200 times their annual profits. Now, the 2 business owners that sold were very, very happy when the cash landed in their accounts. It's all about the process. Being an accountant, I like to engineer numbers, crack the process of how you manage your business numbers, and the results will follow. Now, I don't go through all the steps in this video. You can get the book for that. Now, if at any point you want to contact one of my team, if you feel like potentially your accountant isn't giving your business the approach it requires to be able to grow, then I'd invite you to reach out to us. Many people think that changing accountants is difficult. It's actually not that hard. This video is to help you decide if it's worth it. I'm about to demonstrate to you how to get some very clear insights and visibility into your business. What's working, what's not working, and what you should do about it. Now, if you believe that we could help, then we'd love to start that conversation with you. So the Achieve methodology focuses on the 7 key elements that can make or break a business. First, we have assess, working out your current position and future direction of travel. This means assessing where you are now, setting achievable, realistic goals, along with a plan on how to get there. Cash flow. Cash is the lifeblood of your business, and you need to be in control. HMRC in compliance. If it's not done right and on time, the whole thing can fall apart. Insights. Insights are the sat-nav for your business. These are all the analytics, KPIs, reports, everything that will drive your future decisions. Enhance. Let's face it, if you don't enhance your product, service, and your processes, you will be drowned by the competition. You must keep on top of trends and your customer needs to be able to drive the business in the right direction. Valuation, one of the most important elements in a business, and also the most overlooked. People focus more on the profits, but high profit doesn't necessarily mean success. The higher your business value, the more successful you are. Exit. There's only one guarantee in business, and that is that at some point you will want to exit. And you can't just wake up one day and decide you want to sell. There is a procedure, it needs planning, and it needs to be executed correctly. And it takes time. Have an exit plan from day one. What I'm going to focus on in this video are the most important elements that solve those previous 3 problems: time, cash flow, and predictability. Yes, in the future, you do want to focus on all 7 elements to be able to increase value or plan your exit or any other plans you've got for your business. But for the vast majority of business owners, these are the 3 problems that they want to eliminate. So I'm going to focus on assess, cash flow, and insights. Before I go any further, let me ask you this. Do you know how well your business is doing at the moment? Are you confident that you've got the knowledge and information to make the big decisions, or the capacity to grow to the point you always planned to when you first set out? To help you get some clarity on that, below this video you should see a button for the Achieve test. This test measures your business against the 7 elements of the Achieve methodology. If you go and complete the test now, you can find out your current position. I suggest you take the test now before watching the rest of this video, and I promise you everything will make a lot more sense. And once you do the test, you will get a full performance report for each of the 7 elements of Achieve, along with a free copy of my book, which goes through the whole methodology in detail. So pause now, take the test. Once you have your results, restart the video. So let's start with the problem that I'm sure is burning inside many of you: cash flow. You can assess if you actually have an issue if you take a look at the cash flow section on your report. If you've scored anything between 0, which I hope no one has, to 30, you have a serious problem. Now don't get me wrong, anything below 100% is actually still a problem. It shows you still have work to do to get it right. But your score will determine how hard you need to work to improve your cash flow and take control of your finances. So many people tie themselves in knots with cash flow. It's probably the main cause of sleepless nights, making you feel under pressure, stressing if you can afford to actually pay your employees this month, or even worse, not being able to pay yourself. If you aren't in control of your cash, a lot can go wrong, and it all starts with the decisions you make as a director. Always robbing one supplier to pay another, constantly damaging business relationships because you miss payment deadlines, having to chase other people to pay you because you don't have the right processes in place, borrowing money and ending up paying expensive refinance rates. The list goes on and on. So here's how you avoid ever getting yourself in sticky situations with your cash flow. Before you look at long-term funding options, you need to work out your short-term cash flow cycle in days. This is critically important to do. So I will say it again. Before you even start thinking about borrowing, work out your cash flow cycle number. Now there's 4 key factors that contribute to this. The first one is how long it takes customers to pay you. You need to review all your terms and conditions, the billing timelines, deadlines for invoices, and reduce them as much as possible. If you used to get paid after 60 to 90 days, reduce that to 5 days so you get the money in the bank sooner. Make it simpler for your customers to pay, whether that's online payments, direct debits, credit cards, whatever's easiest for your customers. But most importantly, whatever will get the money in your bank sooner. Then set up a method of professional but polite chasing, which works every time, automatically. The second factor is the shelf life of your product or service. The longer your product is ready and waiting to be bought, the more that your cash is tied up in stock. It's the same for services. If you are writing reports but not invoicing for them, you are increasing the amount of cash tied up in the business. Next, we have the stock or service production cycle. How long does it take to create a product or create a service? With the technology available across many industries, you can dramatically decrease the time involved in the production of products and services. The final factor is your supplier payment cycle, which is how long it takes to pay your suppliers and employees. Some people still pay their staff weekly, for instance, or haven't arranged appropriate terms with their suppliers. It's your business, so you can choose the payment cycle that works best for you. There's no need to just follow the crowd. The combination of improving all 4 factors can make a dramatic difference to your cash flow. A great example is Nike and its personalized trainers. You can order a pair of them online, but for them to process the order, you need to pay upfront. The shoes are made to order in a few days, so there's no shelf life, and their staff are paid monthly. So they have completely nailed the cash cycle process. Just to show you how it actually works here, this is a standard UK business with a turnover of £1 million, using fairly standard UK trading policies. 60 days for customers to pay, 30 days on the shelf, and 30 days to produce the product, paying staff weekly. Now, if they change their numbers using some of the methods I explained earlier, they can go from needing almost £300,000 to run this business to actually having an extra £36,000 in the bank. That's what's actually left over after after you've collected payments and paid back your suppliers. We use this method with one of our clients who's in the fire safety industry. The business had been maxed out of their overdraft for over 5 years. The checks and direct debits were bouncing. They couldn't pay their bills on time. It was a real mess. We worked on those 4 factors with the owner, found the cash cycle that worked best for their model of business, and it eventually improved his cash flow. It changed his life. He could sleep better at night. He had more time than ever before to spare and spend with his family. Worrying about the cash stopped consuming his life like it had before. So by working on your cash cycle, you really can change your future cash flow. And you might end up without the need for any extra funding. These numbers are so crucial, and if you manage them right, it can make all the difference to your business and maybe save you the trouble of borrowing. This is why I stressed at the beginning how important it is to do this first, before you start considering what kind of funding you might need. Most business owners jump straight to borrowing, and that's where it can all go wrong. But don't get me wrong, there are a lot of very good long-term funding options out there. There's equity capital, there's EIS schemes, crowdfunding, low-interest loans. You just need to make sure that first of all you actually need one. Hence, sorting out your cash cycle and then making sure you find the loan or investment that is right for your business. Long-term funding should be for long-term assets, not to fund poor cash flow management. So next, I'm going to talk about stability and predictability in your business. And it all comes down to one thing: insights. Information is critical to the success of any business, and today information is everywhere. Insights help you predict what is going right or wrong in your business, and it's all about knowing the important information that will help you make those tough decisions about the future and make them confidently. You have no idea if the business will be successful in the future if you are stuck looking at the bank balance and monitoring how your cash is doing in real time rather than focusing on your key predictive indicators. Notice I said predictive indicators and not performance indicators. Monitoring your current or past performance can only show you how well you did in the past, and your current cash is only a reflection of past performance. It doesn't actually show you how to move forward. What is key is predicting future performance to give your business the ability to make future-based decisions. Do this one thing correctly and you can predict the future results of your business. Let me explain. Is it fair to say that your business is there to give your customers value? If that's the case, then your future depends on the value you give and are perceived to give to your customers. That means you need to measure the things that matter to your customers. I have highlighted 2 key KPIs that have proved successful for one of our manufacturing clients: product rejects and customer feedback. Just to explain, this business was part of a just-in-time supply chain and was often making assembly parts for other manufacturers. It was therefore critical that their parts were defect-free. Now, this business had been performing poorly financially for many years before they started monitoring what mattered to their customers. You can see that the 2 graphs highlight how you can predict the future success of your business. In this case, product rejects came down, which meant customers were much more confident to order more, and therefore the business began to boom. An example of this in practice is an artificial intelligence software business we work with. By using existing systems, we have helped them develop a KPI tracking system which links their customer expectations to the value of their contracts to help them predict their future profitability. This gives them the certainty to be able to make big financial decisions about hiring new teams and developing new services. So you don't need to work too hard to get those numbers. The numbers are there. You just need to know where to look. I've used it with our clients and I've seen it work and seen the impact it made in their businesses. If you do it right, you will be able to make more informed decisions and it will make all the difference in your business as well. Now, you may start wondering, how do I find the time to even focus on things like cash flow or insights? I can barely catch my breath and it's already time to get back to work. This happens because you spend time working in your business rather than on your business. This lack of time all boils down to how you structure your business, if at all. Before I go any further, if you just look at your score for your assess in your report, that says a lot about your business and you as a business owner. The lower the score, the less time you have spent even considering to assess your business. And that can be a very, very bad thing. It can literally make or break your business. And the reason is so simple. We live in a fast-paced world where the market is constantly evolving. Customer needs are changing. There are new apps and technologies being pushed out every day. And also the trends are changing. And you need to keep on top of that. Otherwise, your potential clients will go to a competitor who has actually considered all these factors and can deliver what the customer wants. This is called adaptability. 10 years ago, it could take months for your customers to realize there was better value at a competitor. Now, it can take hours. Social media speeds up communication so much. You simply can't afford to be complacent. So I hear people say, I don't have time for this or that. What they really mean is they think something else is a higher priority. And therefore, it's not a lack of time, it's a lack of ability to prioritise what really matters. Now, there's no super quick fixes to this, but there are key steps you need to take to start fixing this. Number one, though, is to choose to take control of your business and do something about it. Your principles for deciding what you do day to day with your time should be based on the premise that you should only, as the business owner, do what only you can do and delegate everything else. That could be internally if you have a team, or outsource to trusted suppliers. If you map out the tasks you do, then create simple systems or instructions so that somebody else can do them. That is your simplest first step. Yes, it's easier to just do things yourself, as nobody is as good as you, but that doesn't lead to business improvement, just business owner burnout. So spend time training and creating written systems, and you will create time to do the stuff that makes the difference. Your key objective should be to create a business where you can decide to go on holiday for 3 months and come back to a thriving business. It may sound impossible today, but I have clients that can do that, and they all start by making the choice to take control. Now, you can see how these very simple changes can positively impact your business. You have a better idea of how cash flow works, which can give you peace of mind. And also, you can start enjoying all the years of hard work you've put into the business. You can start predicting your financial future with some key indicators and make more confident decisions without worry. And you can take a big step from working in your business to work on it. Grow the business and have the freedom to take a step back and spend time with family and friends. However, for any change to happen, you need to first of all be willing to change your mindset. If your reality is that you're not happy with your business, you're not making enough profit, or simply too swamped to even spend time with your family, then this reality stems from the way you think. By changing your mindset, you will be able to identify what your actions need to be in order to create the reality that you desire. Stay accountable, get a business coach if you need to, but that change needs to happen now. Your business is one of your most important assets, probably even worth more than your house. And if it isn't now, it definitely can be if you use the right tools to get it there. Think about it this way. Before carrying out any building works in your home, you will search for the best contractors out there to make sure the job is done right. You don't search for the cheapest one because you know that the more money you invest, the more stable, high quality work you will get. You need to have the same mindset when it comes to your business. Looking for the cheapest solutions or trying to grow a sustainable business without proper training is crazy. I have personally invested at least $50,000 on training and mentoring. And yes, it's a big decision every time, but I know that investment pays for itself many times over. So if you don't know how to get there, don't go it alone. Find the best business advisor out there and spend whatever it takes to work with them. Now you have a choice. I have given you my insights You have completed the Achieve test, so you should know by now what you need to work on and what your next step should be to get your business to the next level. Life is too short for regrets. Don't stay stagnant, start making changes today, and if you're not confident making these changes alone, then get a business advisor who will get you there. The choice is yours to make. Now my team and I have put aside some time in our calendars to speak to you about how you can apply these methods to your business now. Whatever your biggest challenges are, I've seen it all in my 25 years as a business advisor, and I can assure you there is an answer for everything. During the session, we will help you assess where you are now, identify your business and personal goals, and we will work with you to create a strategic plan towards your goals. Whether that's to increase your profits, get more clients, or simply free up time to spend with your family, it can be done, as long as you are willing to do the work. So why do I do this? I grew up in the northeast of England in the 70s, and I've seen the negative impact industrial decline had on employees and families. I believe entrepreneurs can change the world and have a positive impact on society. I think of it as a chain reaction. By helping one business owner to succeed, I'm also helping tens or even hundreds of employees to have fulfilling jobs, feed their families and improve their quality of life. I believe you have one life, and having the chance to make an impact in whatever you do is massively important. So don't hesitate. Start making the necessary changes to transform your business, achieve your goals and make an impact. Book a call today so we can discuss it and see if working together is a good fit for both of us. So here's what you need to do. Click the button below to book your call, and when you do that, it will open up our calendar with all our availability for the next few days. Select whatever time is best for you, book that call and we can get started. Now, we have a very limited number of spaces, so make sure you book the call now, and I guarantee that if we work together, it will transform your business. I'm Alan Davidson, thank you for watching, and we'll talk soon.